Bright side, no children. Every cat an enemy.
An enemy?
Right, we'll call it a wash.
Let's do this! Nice work.
Those shacks look sturdier than the other holes around here. Good chance to restock supplies.
They're all dead. How did this happen?
I don't see signs of an attack.
Scanning the bodies could provide a clue. Blackened stomach and ulceration, consistent with poisoning by sulfuric acid.
A filtration center. If they had this, why...
Someone has tampered with the filter. The Angara ingested only enough sulfuric acid to be lethal over time.
But not enough that they'd notice right away.
Who would do this?
We should keep looking around, see if we can find more about who's responsible. Quite the menu. Huh. It's encrypted. Sam, can you get us in?
Yes. One moment, please. This log belonged to Skylar Yafir, an Angara who lived here.
Play the first log, Sam.
More and more aliens keep showing up. They are desperate
dirty things. Who will pay anything for a slab of Ardhi and clean water? I thought all was lost when the Kett invaded, but maybe our luck's changing.
Let's hear the second log.
Today, I caught one of the aliens studying our filtration system. I had Karina and her sisters guard the facility. If these exiles learn how to make their own water filters, they won't need us anymore.
Final log, Sam.
Some of the aliens have set up shelter not far from here. They call it Charybdis Point. A band of them came today demanding we hand over our water filters. Karina and the others were able to drive them off, but I fear the desperate look in their eyes.
These exiles could be the ones who tampered with the water filters.
Desperate people do desperate things.
That's enough.
Pathfinder, we are nearing Charybdis Point, the exile camp mentioned in Yafir's logs.
We should talk to whoever's in charge and search the area for clues.
Pathfinder, then Tarek claimed he buried the Kett transporter site Mr. Vidal asked you to investigate.
Reyes, I'm at the crime scene.
Great. I've got intel on our dead guy. Krogan male. Went by the name of Ziar. His frontal plate was pried off before he was shot to death.
They wanted him to suffer.
Not one of mine.
Do your scanning thing. Look for anything that might lead us to the killer.
Angaran blood. Matches your Rokar theory, Reyes.
DNA cannot identify political affiliations.
It's a start.
Angaran blood. Matches your Rokar theory, Reyes.
DNA cannot identify political affiliations.
Keep scanning. We need hard evidence.
The Angaran footprints lead this way.
See where they go.
A knife. Killer must have dropped it during the getaway. Something's carved into the blade.
A home filled with strangers becomes a prison. Axel's words.
We do not know if the wielder was Angaran. An exile could have stolen the blade.
Found it.
Clearly that's broken.
The transponder's power source is drained.
So let's juice it up. Turn it on, then Gil can work his magic.
Once complete, this should provide us with the Archon's location, and in turn, Meridian's.
We're one step closer to building a home in Helios.
Sure, kid.
Pathfinder, Reyes still needs your help investigating the murders in Kadara Port.
If anyone finds them,
People die every day.
not the entire.
Just shut up. You agree to it like the rest of us. Staying long?
Welcome to Charybdis Point. Name's Malix. You looking for a place to hole up? Got some open beds. Food and clean water cost extra.
Take it you don't have any private rooms.
I could put up a sheet.
I'll pass.
Suit yourself.
You get a lot of business out here?
Our establishment might not look like much, but spend a few nights in the Badlands and we're practically Hotel Azure. Clean beds, warm grub, and the only place for miles with properly filtered water. Serious amenities on Kadara.
How'd you end up on Kadara?
Followed Sloane from the Nexus but couldn't pay her protection fees. No fancy port for me.
She forced you out?
Those are the rules. Can't pay the fees, can't live on the mountain. First few months were tough. No water, no weapons to hunt. I really thought I was gonna die out here.
You obviously pulled through.
I didn't travel 600 years to starve to death. I found other exiles. Put the strength in numbers theory to the test. Thus, Charybdis Point was born.
One of your neighbors was murdered.
ZR's dead?
Very. Know anything that could help me track his killer?
No. ZR had a habit of shooting anyone who got close to his lawn. Still, grumpy bastard had his uses. People think twice about robbing you when there's a Krogan next door.
My squad and I came across an Angaran town not far from here. The inhabitants were poisoned. Their water filters had been tampered with.
Nasty way to go.
I found a log that mentioned trouble with this camp. Know anything about that?
Can't say I do, I just sell beds.
And clean water.
I don't like what you're implying, Pathfinder. Either rent a bed or get the fuck out. Please.
Picked clean.
Water filters. The make and design matches those found in the Angaran town.
So exiles stole the Angara's design and poisoned them for good measure.
So much death. And for what?
Hey! You just couldn't leave it alone.
These filters. You stole the design from the Angara, didn't you?
This doesn't concern you. Walk away. Before you can't.
You murdered an entire town. I'm not leaving until I know why.
We came to them. Starving. Dying of thirst. But instead of helping us, those flapheads bled us dry. Credits, clothes, weapons. They took everything.
Not everything. You survived. You set up here.
The Angara are the only ones who know how to properly filter this planet's water. All we wanted was to be self-sufficient. I offered to pay for the designs. They refused.
So you poisoned them?
And took all their business.
I won't let you get away with this.
Figured you'd say that. Kill them.
Here we go.
At least the Angara get some justice.
Thank you, Ryder.
This area could be viable for an initiative outpost, Pathfinder. However, for any long-term success, you'll need to find a solution to Kadara's water toxicity problems.
The person running this place holds a grudge against the initiative. Doubt she'll let you settle here.
What about the charlatan? The collective's gaining power.
We do not know the charlatan's identity. Sloane may be our only option. Vidal could offer insight.
Looks like it goes underground.
Hopefully there's a way down. We're gonna need a really big drill. Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Act normal.
Nice day for a stroll, huh?
Don't mind.
Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information.
Needed a little nap is all. Be good as new.
That Exile camp has a high concentration of registered criminals, Pathfinder. My sensors read an outlaw weapon cache nearby. I suggest scanning for information.
Greedy eyes.
Sam, where are these weapons supposed to go?
I have a nav point that could be the source. Adding it to your map. Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Get ready to fight!
This area is called Dralir. It means death caves.
Charming.
Not really.
I am invincible. And one. Cave that way might be worth a look.
Relaying orders from the charlatan. Fall back to Drawlear base. We have a situation.
The charlatan? Must be a collective dispatch.
The cave networks in this region are called Drawlear. The base must be close.
This place is massive.
Detecting high levels of toxic gas. Proceed with caution, Pathfinder.
Hey, I'm always cautious.
Careful. It'd be easy to get lost in here.
Me? Lost? Never. Is that a generator? What's it doing all the way out here?
It appears to be powering the floodlights.
Well, yeah, but who put it here? The surveyor?
That would be a lot of equipment for one man to carry. Another generator.
And more lights. They lead to something? Okay, this was the surveyor's last known location.
Think I found him.
The surveyor. Who did it? Outcasts, collective, random exiles?
Gravity.
What?
He broke his neck, probably from trying to obtain barite samples.
That's, an unfortunate death.
Sam, download his data. We can at least deliver that.
fresh air.
You hear that?
Intruders!
Stand down. The charlatan wants this one alive. Out for a walk, Pathfinder?
No one else in the collective hesitated to shoot me.
We're a big organization. Low-level operatives might not have gotten the word. But my orders are clear. You're not to be harmed. Crux is in charge here. If you've got questions, talk to her.
Sam, what's inside the cages?
Judging from the scratching, Artie.
Sam, what are they doing with the Oddhe?
It appears the collective are attempting to domesticate the creatures.
And how's that going?
Aggression levels are lower than what we've seen in the wild, but I wouldn't recommend opening the cage.
Not easy building something like that out here.
Please, I'd rather you not touch that. Did you hear what I said? Hands off. Seriously? Someone says don't touch that, and the first thing you do is touch it. Am I not being clear enough? Stop touching that. It's killing you, isn't it? You gave up 600 years, came all the way to a new galaxy, and now you really want to know what that does. You're thinking, maybe a Thresher mob will pop out if I just pushed hard enough. Maybe it's a 3D holo of the new Blasto vid. Blasto versus the Scourge. Go ahead. Touch it one more time. And then I'll let you in on the secret. Okay. One more to make sure you really want it. Right. So every time you push that button, there's a 50-50 chance a prisoner in the next room dies from electroshock. And yet you did it again. Good thing I'm kidding. It doesn't actually do anything. This is Kadara. Everything's busted. You think you would have figured that out after the 28th try? Sucker. Pathfinder.
Didn't peg the collective as gardeners.
My people call this plant Gavastir. Last light. It's extremely toxic.
Like everything else on this planet.
The collective most likely uses it to make poison.
That's a lot of stolen stuff.
Crux is the person to talk to.
I'm working on it.
Hey.
All right.
Pathfinder, you caught me off guard. We don't receive many visitors.
The cesspools put them off?
They are natural deterrents, yes. The Angara call this place Drolir. Translates to death caves. A bit melodramatic. If you've a head for navigation, it's perfectly safe. Like most of Kadara, it's the people you should worry about.
What do you mean?
Someone's been faking the charlatan's orders, giving bad intel. It got 2 of our recruits killed.
This is what happens when you rule from the shadows.
Organizations with a face aren't immune to greedy bastards. Trust me. The boss knows it's someone operating out of this base. It's my job to find the culprit.
So what's the holdup?
The imposter could bolt at the first sign of suspicion. I need a subtle way to smoke them out.
Why would someone risk impersonating the charlatan?
Greed is a powerful motivator, Pathfinder. The Collective has access to supplies, credits, you name it. And we only answer to one person.
Maybe I could help. I'm not connected to the Collective. A curious outsider would raise less suspicion than an official representative.
That's true. All right, Pathfinder. Here's what we know. The drop point was in the sulfur springs, so the imposter should have high levels of sulfur in their clothes.
Sam's sensors should be able to detect that. Anything else?
We found footprints that could be human or Asari, but too smudged to get an exact size. That's all my intel. Pathfinder, still here?
Why work for the charlatan instead of Sloane?
Because moving up in the outcasts is a popularity contest. Sloane promotes her friends over the qualified. The charlatan doesn't care who you are, just how you perform.
What's it like working for the Collective?
Enjoyable for the most part. Pays good, and being representative gets me respect. Sure, I live in a cave, but every job has its downside, right?
You've no regrets about leaving the Nexus, then?
No way. Those idiots have no idea what they're doing. At least the charlatan has their shit figured out.
What is a charlatan representative, exactly?
Most members of the Collective have no direct contact with the charlatan. The boss delivers their orders through us. Even as a representative, I only get messages. I've never met the charlatan in person.
You're okay with that?
I don't like being micromanaged. As long as I carry out the charlatan's orders, I have the freedom to do as I want.
Thanks for the chat.
high sulfur levels, but the footprints at the drop site contradict a Solarian's webbed feet.
Just being thorough, Sam.
Sulfur levels are normal.
Not our culprit, then.
I'm working on it.
Sulfur levels are on the high side, but not by a large percentage.
I'd kill for some
And
shit
she's a
eye.
sorry, which fits our footprint bill. Can't rule her out yet.
She's worth further investigation. Sulfur levels are high. Her footprints are of a similar shape to those left at the drop site.
Could be our rat.
Before accusing Dorado, perhaps you'd like to talk to her. She could have an alibi. Sulfur readings are low. Additionally, Angaran feet are distinct from humans and Asari.
Can't hurt to check.
I'd kill for some shut-eye. Sorry about before, not much traffic down here. Recruits are jumpy.
Thought the collective would have a better handle on their people, even recruits.
We're not soldiers. Some of us have been down here for months. I haven't seen the sun in weeks.
Weeks? Seriously?
I'm one of the few people who know how to operate the water filters. I've been trying to train a backup, but most recruits can't stand the smell. Not many volunteers. I'd better get back to work. Thanks for the chat.
What do you think of Lynx, Sam?
Her explanation for the level of sulfur in her clothes was plausible, Pathfinder.
Everything's fine. Need something? Go bother Crux.
You're a testy one.
Sorry. Haven't slept in 36 hours, thanks to another shit job.
36 hours? That can't be healthy.
Defying the charlatan's orders isn't healthy. I go where I'm told.
You've never been tempted to manipulate your boss's orders?
What? What do you mean?
You know, fudge the intel. Use the collective's resources to make a profit on the side.
I don't know what you're playing at, but I'm done talking to you.
Dorado's heart rate spiked when you questioned her about the charlatan's orders.
The lady doth protest you.
Pathfinder, any luck finding the imposter?
Dorado's clothes showed high levels of sulfur. When I questioned her loyalty to the charlatan, she became frantic.
You asked her outright. I said to be discreet. Aquila, detain Dorado.
Dorado? She's gone. Said it was on the charlatan's orders.
Damn it. If the charlatan finds out I let her get away...
I'll take care of it. She can't have gone far. Crux, it's Ryder.
Did you find Dorado?
She ambushed me. I had no choice but to take her out.
Would have liked to question her, but at least it's done. Thanks, Pathfinder.
Who the hell are you?
Does the Collective make a habit of torture?
First off, that doesn't answer my question. And second, I hardly call this torture, just persuasion.
It's torture, and it stops now.
Seriously, who the hell are you?
The human Pathfinder.
Shit. Crux said we're supposed to be on our best behavior around you.
Why?
Answer's above my pay grade. Not about to argue. That's enough, Saria. Let the asshole rest.
What?
Just do it.
Why are these people locked up?
Because they deserve it. That guy set off a bomb near the slums, then tried to blame it on us. They're filth, Pathfinder. Every last one.
The Collective do this a lot? Lock people up? Beat them?
We ask nicely first. It only goes badly for the stubborn ones.
That's all.
Good. I've got to get back to work.